We continue our coverage of marijuana in Missouri by visiting another state that recently legalized it.
Law enforcement agencies in Illinois have seen some changes, both large and small, when it comes to enforcement of the recreational use of marijuana in 2019. ABC 17's Chris Bryant traveled to the Illinois state capitol to see just how our neighbors to the east have adapted to legal marijuana there.
Now, it's been just over 3 years since the governor here in Illinois signed recreational marijuana into law for those over 21 years of age. And since that time, we wanted to look at what the challenges Illinois law enforcement has faced once that became the law of the land. So I traveled here to the Illinois state capitol and sat down with Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell to discuss those challenges.
One of the most difficult things really that I've ever dealt with in my 30 years in law enforcement, because again, for decades, we took people to jail for this. So the easy part was turning the mindset around. The hard part is recognizing the nuances of the law.
One of those nuances includes when law enforcement can search someone. Burnt marijuana is not enough to justify probable cause for a search on a traffic stop.
We know people are smoking in their cars. We can smell it at intersections, sitting in a stoplight. So we know people are violating the law, but it's very difficult to actually get into the cars to see if they actually are transporting it illegally.
When it comes to the highway,
my concern was always public safety, and that is our motorists on the road. Just like with DUI, alcohol, we need to know people are high driving.
For Sheriff Campbell, one statistic he points to is the fact that fatality accidents in the state of Illinois have actually risen.
What I've seen so far in these numbers is that we do have people driving impaired that are causing fatal crashes.
The most recent data I was able to find shows that DUI arrests in the state of Illinois are actually down nearly 6,000 from the previous year. I asked Deputy Governor Christian Mitchell, who oversees public safety, if the legalization of marijuana had the positive effects that the state had hoped for.
Look, the answer to that question we think is yes. Governor Pritzker said, we want to legalize cannabis for a couple of reasons. The first is to end a failed war on drugs. So we expunged 800,000 plus records. And we, by the way, have millions and millions of dollars in tax revenue coming, not just into the state, but I think over 144 million or so has already gone back to communities hardest hit by the war on drugs.
So as we cross the Mississippi River back into Missouri, what can Missouri law enforcement learn from their counterparts in Illinois?
I mean, we saw it coming. You saw it coming from across the country, and as the attitudes change about marijuana and we see that it's become legalized, I mean, we just adjust accordingly. We enforce the law, and any changes that come with it, we just roll with it.
Captain Brian Lear told me that the Boone County Sheriff's Office has talked to the authorities in Colorado for years. Seeing the trend, the Sheriff's Office stopped training K-9 units on the street to detect marijuana, but the department does have one K-9 officer who can detect marijuana for other reasons.
There are times and places for that. If we're working a marijuana case where there's a search warrant, obviously it would be nice to have a K-9. If we go into the schools and assist the schools, you still can't possess marijuana in a school. Right. And so the schools really appreciate that we do have a K-9 that has the ability to detect marijuana if we wanted to use that.
While preparation is the first step, the legal recreational use of marijuana still has a few items to work out.
We're trying to understand and learn this law and exactly, how to enforce it. And it's still, we're navigating through it, trying to figure out exactly how it plays into day in and day out operations of the Sheriff's Office.
Since the passage of Amendment 3 in Missouri, about 3,500 Missourians have seen their records expunged. Now, when it comes to law enforcement and the challenges that Missouri may face compared to what Illinois has seen, only time's going to tell how comparable legalized marijuana and law enforcement in Missouri is compared to here in Illinois. But for now, at the Illinois State Capitol, Chris Bryant, ABC 17 News.
And Captain Lear tells ABC 17 that in Missouri there is no presumptive limit with THC like there is with the .08 limit in alcohol. In Missouri, any drug that impairs your ability to drive is against the law. We reached out to Columbia Police to ask them about what steps it's taken and how it's working to adjust to the change in law, but we never got a response to that request.